Welcome. I'm Adam Miller, a consultant with the Art of Applying and a graduate of the University of Virginia's Darden School of Business. Today we've got a question about Europe and whether or not they have their own consortium or are part of Forte, or if they partner with either of those organizations in the United States.
Hey there, you're watching Ask the Art of Applying. In this series, admissions experts on our team answer real questions from our clients who are navigating the grad school application process. Watch this series to gain perspective and get real expert answers to your most pressing application questions. And if you're interested in learning more about the expert advice, editing, and guidance we provide for the grad school application process, watch the free training in the link below in the description. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more application success stories, application tips, advice, and encouragement. Enjoy the video.
So let's take a quick look at the question and the responses that two people gave to the question. The person writes in, "Hey team, does anyone know if European universities partner with their equivalent of organizations like the Consortium or Forte? Thanks." The first person who weighs in is actually another client, and she says the European schools are not part of the Consortium, and the thing I would add to that is that they do not have their own consortium either. And for those of you who don't know, the Consortium, we have a lot of videos already on the topic, but the Consortium is an awesome organization that I was a part of myself with three fantastic benefits. Number one is it's a common app for you to apply to up to 6 schools of about 20 programs, of amazing programs like UVA, to streamline that whole craziness up front and pay less money in terms of application fees. Number two is access to potential scholarships. And number three is recruiting with companies before you even hit campus. So no, the Consortium and European schools, or even any schools outside of the United States, there's no connection there. And they don't have, apparently at this time, their own version of the Consortium. All right, the way to get in the Consortium is you have to be committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And the answer to Forte is yes, though. Our other client who chimes in here says, which is true. The full list of all the Forte schools comes up if you just Google them or if you go onto their website. And it is a long list. The second person who responds to this question is one of our consultants. And she says, here's that full list on the website with the link in case you didn't already find it. Pretty much every top business school out there. And the thing that's awesome about Forte is it's a lot easier to become a member of in terms of the work you have to put in, but there's a little bit more of a chance element to it, because basically, from my understanding, for any women who get into one of those partner schools, if you've demonstrated a commitment to lifting up other women in your application, then the schools might just name you a Forte fellow, which can sometimes come with money. And the other thing that's great about it is some networking opportunities with other women who are currently entering business school, as well as some other women who are alumni of business schools who want to recruit you before, you even hit campus, sort of like the Consortium's orientation program benefit. And then lastly, our consultant says, although there's no consortium for European schools, it might be helpful to do a little more research on European schools that you're applying to. For example, some of them have scholarships that you can apply to after you've been admitted. So typically in American schools, most of them, you apply to the school and then the school just decides what scholarship they're going to give you, right? So like the scholarship that I ended up getting to UVA Darden, I didn't have to do any extra work in order to be given that. It was something that made sense based on my background and my interests that the school already had gotten from an alum. And so there are some programs, however, that in Europe or even a few in the United States where you will have to go and apply to those scholarships either at the time of writing your essays or after you've been accepted. You would write those separate applications explaining why you think you should get that money. So that is it for today's question from the Q&A vault. Hopefully you found it informative and a little bit entertaining. If you want any help getting into your dream school, please feel free to reach out to us at theartofapplying.com.